Hello guys and welcome back, and today in this video we will be going to train a ML model on a .csv dataset, a text dataset, and we will create a front end with the Flask. We will try to use Chat GPT and try to complete it as soon as possible. So let us begin. First of all, I'm having a dataset over here. Let me show you how the data is. Here I'm having this many rows, and this is the output column. Survived 1 year. So this is all the patient details. Based on these details we'll be predicting whether the patient can survive a year or not. Okay, so one thing you need to make sure in this is whenever you are taking a data set, there are different two types of columns. One are the features and other is the output. You need to identify which is the output column. In my dataset, this is the output column. Here I am predicting the survival of the patient. So I know that this is the output column. If it is 0, the patient has not survived. If it is 1, the patient has survived. And on what parameters am I training? Like, am I predicting it is a true or false, or the patient has survived or not? There are these many features over here, but I can't take all the features. Okay, and you can see some of the columns is having a data like an text form, and here also you can see it is yes or no. So you need to convert this text data to integer, because when you are training a ML model you just need a integer data. Okay, and even this column you need to convert this to integer. So in this video I won't be doing the conversion. What I'll just do, I will just drop the columns which is having a text data. In the upcoming other videos I'll show you how to convert this data into integer format. Okay, so as of now, how many columns am I having? Till q I'm having 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 17 columns I'm having. Totally 18. One is output, 17 columns, and I'm excluding 1 2 3 4 columns. 17 minus 4, 13. Actually 13 columns we'll be considering to predict the model. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll use ChatGPT. So if you want to understand the whole thing, like whole algorithm, how it works and all that, you can visit my other videos. In this I'll be just showing you the shortcut way how to create a full web application. So what I'll do, I will copy this first two rows from here. Okay, after copying I'll paste it here, and I will tell ChatGPT train a ML model for this data set. Okay, and also you can specify the algorithm which you want to use. Here I'll give it as all algorithms. First of all, I'll check which model is giving me the highest accuracy, and later on I'll just use that specific algorithm. Okay, here you go. It has given me a code. So which algorithm is it using over here? These are all the inputs. This is the data set. Okay, decision tree classifier, random forest, logistic regression. Gaussian NB, SVC, support vector machines, nav base, and these are the models, and we are training it for all the models and printing out the accuracy. So let us see which will give us the best accuracy. Let me copy this code, get back here over here. I'll create a new folder, empty folder, project 1. I'll drop it over here. Okay, now let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it's visible. And I'll create a Python file over here. I'll paste the code over here. And also I need the data set which I'm training. I'll put it over here. This is the data set. Now let us analyze the code which the ChatGPT has generated for us, and let us see which columns it is considering to predict. Okay, it has dropped this ID because you can't consider a ID while you are training a model. It is not considering the ID, and it has dropped the output column. Okay, so this X is the features. I'll write it over here. X is the input features. Okay, and over here Y is the output column. Okay, now let us start training. And one more thing, you need to change the path of this dataset. I will copy path, I'll erase it. Here you go, I have pasted the path, and let me start running. If you are facing any errors, you need to install all of this. To install this, there are you can go to ChatGPT, ask him the commands. Okay, now let me run this. Here you can see it is giving me an error. As I had told you, these columns which is having a text data, the ML model can't be trained. So we need to drop these columns. This thing, this thing, this thing, this thing. These 4 columns. Okay. This and this. These 4 columns. And you can use ChatGPT if you want to. But I like to write it over here. Okay. First I'll copy these columns. And this column. Right. Drop these columns. Okay, here you go. It has been dropped. I'll come back over here. I'll paste the code and I'll change the path. Now let me rerun it. So let me explain you what this error is. Here it is telling input text contains a NaN. Okay. So for some of the data sets, let me take this. If you scroll down here, yeah, you can see some of the columns over here are blank. And whenever there is a blank column, it automatically fills it as a NaN. So what we can do, we can take the average and fill it or fill some dummy values. But what we actually do is we write a code which takes the mean of this column and fill this. Don't worry about it. I will try to use ChatGPT to resolve this. Let me copy this error and come back to ChatGPT. I'll paste it and see what it gives. Here I've got a code. Now let me copy. So you need to learn this. You need to try out multiple ways so that you can find one good code. Let me check this code now. Yeah, now it is giving me the accuracy. Now base is giving me 66%. Random forest gave me 80% of accuracy. And we have SVM, it's still going on. So as we know, random forest gives us a good accuracy. Now we will write the code only for the random forest algorithm. I'll write this code for random forest algorithm. I'll paste the code. Now it will just give me the random forest algorithm. Here the SVM is giving me 64%. So I got the best results from these two algorithms. And here you can see it has given me a random forest algorithm. I will paste it over here. One more thing you need to note down is first let me change the path. Okay, path is already changed. Okay, everything is the same. Let me run it, check it once. Here you go. It has given me accuracy of 80%. Now, how do I deploy this application into a Flask or a website? What I can do? First, let me save this. Save the model and the scalar. I'll give you all these commands. You need these two things, the model and the scalar file, these two files. Okay, in .kl format. So here it is giving me the complete code. Here you go. It's saving these two things. Okay, now let me copy this code and let me paste it over here. Rerun it. Here you can see there are just two files which I have added, but after running this I will have two more files. Okay, these two files. Okay, these two files contains the model which you have trained. Now let me create a new folder inside this. I'll go back over here. And I'll create a new folder. Well, where I'll write as Flask app. Let Okay. This is an empty folder I've created. Get back here. Get back to my chat GPT. Now just write a prompt that write a code to create a Flask frontend for this saved model. Write a code to create a Flask frontend for the saved model. This will give you the Flask. Basically, Flask contains two files. One is the app.py and other is the templates index.html file. I'll show you the structure as well. Here you go. You have app. Okay, this is Django. Yeah, here our code is ready. You have got two different kinds of codes over here. One is the app.py file, and the other one is the index.html. I'll copy this code. Come back to my VS Code. I'll create the folder which I created. I will create one more app in this, which is app.py file. Here I paste it. Okay, here is an error. Write underscore. Okay, this is the Flask application which I have created. Now inside this Flask you need to create one more file, one more folder which is template. Template templates. Make sure you give the same name or else it won't work. Here they have given the structure: project file, app.py, a templates folder, and inside that an index.html file. Let us go a little quick. Here we have the index.html code. Now let me get back here. Inside the templates I'll create one index.html file. Okay, index.html. I'll paste the code. Here it is. These are all the input fields which we used while training the model. Now, so here you can see this Flask application requires these two files which we saved over here, this thing and this thing. Okay, now what we do is we will create one more folder. We will name it as model. Okay, the saved model. Now we copy these two models into this model in this file. Okay, now let me close the extra things and just show you the Flask app. How is the structure? I've opened just the Flask app over here, and here you can see I have the templates index.html, app.py. Here is the models. These two are the models. I'll copy path, paste it over here. Okay, and I'll copy this, copy path again, paste it over here. Paste it. Now let's see if it is working fine. Here you go. Our app is ready. Now let me open this link. Here you can see the input fields are very less compared to this thing. Here we had some 16, no, 13 excluding this, and here are just 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 fields. Now what do we do? Just we'll just have a look. Here you go, it is giving us an error. Okay, now we need to specify that our input fields are more. Okay, I'll show you what to do. You need to copy this. I'll copy all of the input fields and I'll come back over here. I'll paste it, and let me remove the fields which we had dropped. Okay, this field we don't require. Treated with the drugs. Okay, this column is not required. And the next is this thing, patient summary. Patient age, patient body mass indexed, patient smoker. This column we will remove. Patient urban or rural, and the next column. These columns we have removed, and I'll give it as use these fields as input. Now it will rewrite the code. Let us count 1 2 3 4 5. Let me try this code now. and rename the path. We will try this out. Two more features are missing over here. Which are those two fields? Prediction, diagnosis, patient ID. Patient ID is missing. Patient age, body mass index, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So here I had missed one more field. I have added it. Now let us test. Let me click on predict. So here you go. The patient did not survive. This is the training and deploying of the model, not deploying, creating a web application using Flask. I will just zip this and upload the code in the description. You can have a look. So thank you for watching.